All right, let's go into game number one, guys. RDU versus Trump. This is for the final spot in our grand finals, which will be coming up right after this. Here we go.
Watch your
Okay, Trump.
Let's
Looking like he
Wow.
means business here. RDU in the shadows. He's like a
Romania.
shades of Romania. He's like trying to keep it down so his parents don't wake up. Remember those? I remember those nights gaming late at night.
Yeah.
Trying not to.
I mean, that's
Like
what
parents.
RDU would be. People always ask pros, what would you be if you were a Hearthstone card? RDU would be Shades of Romania. For, after each turn, get one message from your friend.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay,
Trump
Undertaker.
is a great start. Backstab with Conceal and Gadget Stand. No one really plays Deadly Shot anymore. And Flare is iffy because you can ban Hunter, and if you play someone who has Hunter, most likely they'll ban Hunter and not play Flares. So
Good point.
the pleasure of mine.
Very good point. All right, Trump does have both auctioneers. Wow, that's really nice. All right, are you getting that scientist down? And I believe his two traps are freezing, if I recall correctly. Let's see. Yep. So he has the freezing traps, not the snake traps. Complete
oh
opposite.
man, damage
Wow,
coming in
tough.
early. This is
This
bad
is
news.
rough. Yeah.
I mean, Trump had the right answer to the Undertaker, but he needs a little bit more now. Like, he needed SI7 agent.
Well, it's kind of a
Oh,
choice.
this is painful.
He's got to take it. He's got to take 8 damage from the hunter here. Wow. That is really painful.
Okay, well, RDU doesn't have something at the moment. Now he does. RDU playing very quickly because these turns sort of play themselves, but also because it is pretty late, and he tells me he's really tired all the time because he's trying to play. He sleeps like 3-4 hours a day. Don't know how the kid does it, honestly.
It's crazy. Definitely crazy. All right, Trump's got the SI agent now. Does have the coin too, so he's got definitely multiple ways.
Man. Now the SI7 agent comes.
I know.
He's already committed to taking a lot of damage.
One turn too late. Oh, this is tricky actually. You could take another 2 damage there, proc that trap, and then get rid of the creeper so he can't Houndmaster. In his mind.
Wow, this hand is so good, but so bad at the same time. Like, it's because he can't effectively deal with this board without giving up a resource that he doesn't want, or he
Yeah.
just has to live with the fact that it's there, and then you're open to more damage. Like, if RDU
Wait.
has, like, say he draws into Leroy, and he just kill commands next turn with hero power, then his opponent's gonna take 10 damage.
What? Wow. Okay, so you just wanted to save coin for the conceal next turn. That's my guess.
Desperate times calls for desperate measures. Now, RDU
Yeah.
has freezing trap, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's freezing trap.
Alright, tracking. Animal Commander's not bad.
Animal command is good.
Huffer number 2?
Yeah, anything. Actually, and I think, well, Leok's probably the worst, but I think any of them are decent.
Oh, quit hating on my man Leok. He's alright. He's okay just where he is.
There are times where he is amazing, but not these times. All right, so it's kind of
Flurry.
Blade.
Hmm,
Oh, wow.
interesting. So he can go for a board clear. You just attack into the spectral or the haunted creeper to create spectral spiders, blade flurry, and then hero power and take it down. Take the Leok down. But
Yeah, I think you have
that's really weak because you're taking like nothing on the board. Trump wants to draw preparation.
Yeah, he went to prep there. I think that was the right play. Well, I don't know. I almost feel like he should have.
Hey, lights out.
That's rough.
Okay, well, he still has the opportunity to Conceal.
Feel, yeah.
Oh, backstab's nice. Take
Oh,
out that
backstab's
Undertaker.
good. Yeah, get out that, get rid of that Undertaker.
Or if you go for a preparation and Blade Flurry. Does Trump feel like it's in the stars to get the preparation?
Man.
He needs to make a decision. Okay, he goes for the Undertaker, and it ends up being the right choice.
Okay. He's got to alleviate as much damage as possible here. He, by not Blade Throwing last turn, he's going to take an extra two damage here.
Well, actually, because he
Lotheb's
couldn't Blade Flurry,
killer.
and now Lotheb secured the board, it actually doubled because he took it over 2 turns. So this is bad news. I don't think Trump can actually do anything in this position. He's completely powerless. This is game.
This is game, yeah. There's not even a spell he can cast. It's...
Time to pay.
Well, it's game because we know there's kill command. I think Trump is limiting damage off the board.
Oh, it's, what is that, 8? Yeah, you're right.
And the kill command is the finisher. No high main necessary.
Nope. And RDU takes that first game really quickly there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Even uses a leopard gnome into the gadget stand Actioneer, so that was pretty good.
All right, so Hunter doing work already, getting the first win there, and
and if you are able to get that and never look back, then the priest will be in a good spot. It's the Undertaker Wars, which often feel like really just either you have it or you don't. A little bit often up to luck because of the mulligans, but
yeah, I agree. That's true.
It is. I'd honestly consider keeping Shadow Madness sometimes against Hunter because of the value it gets against low drops. But I can understand Trump wanting to push as hard as you can for an early game here.
Yeah. Getting, like you said, the Undertaker is just such an important card. Even the Zombie Chow, I think. If you don't get the Undertaker, at least get Zombie Chow. Still thinking about it. Oh, he's going to keep
Dark Cultist is
Cultist.
also an important keep, too. He's got 3 cards you can start collecting for.
Ooh, not the best start there. Well, he does have coins, so he can at least get one of them out in turn 2.
Yeah.
Not the worst. If he went first, that'd be terrible.
Okay, Shadow Madness isn't the worst draw, because now you have turn 2, turn 3 Cultists, and then you have Shadow Madness turn 4. So it could be worse. And against Houndmaster, Shadow Madness is actually one of the best cards you could afford.
It is. Especially if he Houndmaster's Creeper, because then you even get two minions.
Right.
Nice.
So it's actually very fortunate that Trump mulliganed it away and then drew it immediately, considering the state of his hand. Alright.
Alright, here we go.
Eh.
Play another
It's
one.
not that big of a deal that this got freezing trap.
My fate is sealed.
It's definitely annoying, but you just play another one. It's actually okay.
Yeah, it's the other option is to play Dark Cultist and pass, and then have like this effect where if he kills either one on the board, then you have like this guaranteed buff.
Well, you know well, you know what would happen is if you played Shadow Madness into it, you would steal his minion completely.
Oh, you're right. That's funny. The Shadow
that
Madness
could've-
ends up, going back to your hand and you have the Haunted Creeper.
Yeah, but I don't mind this. I don't mind this play at all either. I think this play is pretty good.
Wow. Well, he just helped Trump clear the board.
Yeah, this is perfect for Trump.
Tundra Rhino. Okay, so now things start
Dude,
getting
that
really
card.
interesting for RDU.
That card can be so annoying. I've played against that card many times. And it's got so much health, and then like if you leave it alone, then you're having high mains attacking you on turn.
So Tundra Rhino is going to come out. Trump's going to play high main, and then... Oh, sorry, Trump's going to play the Sludge Belcher, and then Trump will play... Or RDU will play the high main. Gosh, I'm getting mixed up in my order. And then the high main will have charge and attack into the Sludge Belcher. This is so funny.
Well, and then Trump might Cabal Shadow Priest the Rhino. This is gonna be funny.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Which is gonna in
Oh.
turn remove the high main, right? I think that's the sequence that's gonna happen here.
Oh yeah, when you steal the rhino, it actually has charge, and you can.
Yeah, it has charge on it, so this is gonna be funny.
This is weird. Okay.
Overall,
Alright,
I think
well-
it's about even. It's been even on that
Let me
web spinner
change your
drawing, that Tundra Rhino play here.
Whose
gonna be
cards
able
are
to-
whose now? It's just constantly like shifting.
I know. Okay, that worked out great for Trump actually. He doesn't have a direct answer to another high main here, but he can deal with this stuff.
Trump's like, uh-oh. Did I BM too soon? And the answer Trump always to that question is nope.
No, it's nope. Oh man. Okay, so he's got a couple plays. He got a couple options here. He could actually play double cleric into heals, draw 2 cards, and just remove the Undertaker, or he could actually go with more of the Belchers, kind of like similar to what he did last turn, and then heal it back up, or heal up the Cabal again.
Yeah, I think so. Although now he's opening up a can of worms if his opponent has Unleash.
Yeah, which if he draws into it, I feel like it's going to be, it could potentially be game ending, but well, not really. I mean, all these minions actually have a lot of health, so he wouldn't necessarily clear these minions, but he would have just endless cards to go the rest of the games.
Oh man, you want to go for it. 2 chances out of 19. Oh,
You gotta play
all right.
safe. I think you gotta play safe here.
I like.
Oh wow, it's for the face.
I like being able to take life by the horns. I guess this is another way to do it. RDU goes really aggressive, and it's like, well, I guess you couldn't deal with high main, right?
Oh well, this is the turn right before mind control too, or maybe not. Maybe 2 turns before mind control here. So this is a tough one. He probably kind of wishes he had a Shadow Word Death here. It could be perfect. Well, actually, no, it's still not enough mana for the Sylvanas play either. What can he do? I guess I could trade most of this board and then Soul Priest one of the hyenas. Just get rid of as much as possible. Oh, there's Circle.
Yeah, but it costs
That's-
5.
Oh, you're right. He already uses hero power too.
Your turn to bleed.
I think the only thing you can do is drop Sludge Belcher and remove a minion here, and then push back.
You can remove. Well,
You want to remove
it's not
everything.
Right away.
Yeah.
How do you
probably
win?
not- you know you don't have a. You know your opponent doesn't have the combo right now, so yeah, you can actually extend to this point.
Yeah. Because now drawing Zombie Chow might be
Here we go.
a way for you to kind of win. All right.
Oh, he's got another
Unleash
draw.
the Hounds.
No, actually, it's not going to be enough mana if he doesn't get it.
Okay.
Look at Trump. Trump just praying to the gods, to the Hearthstone gods. Don't give him Unleash, please. Oh, but they gave him a very big high main. No, not gonna go with that.
No, I think the high main is too big of a target on your back with Shadow Word Death.
Oh wow, this is gonna be crazy.
Okay.
Akonai Soul just coming up here.
Exactly, and I think the fact that Trump was able to sneak in damage the previous turn is actually going to be really big if he can swing this board right now. All right,
he's
are you
telling-
going
he's
for a
telling us
Hunter's
something.
Mark? He's trying to remove as many of the 4 attack minions as possible. And now Trump has to just basically do a counter. He drew Zombie Chow!
Wow.
4,
Oh, that's
8, 13, and then a board clear-ish. Okay, so by my count,
15. Not quite.
what you do is you play you push through, you make the
Push through.
spiders, you kill off the high mains, and
The high
then
mains.
you Circle of Healing.
And then you do your 7 damage to the face. Oh, let's see. What?
Oh, he's making sure he doesn't get draws.
Oh,
Just
right.
really
right.
careful play.
Yeah, right.
An
No, it's
exhausted
definitely-
attack. You know you're going for a circle, so these minions are dead.
All right.
Then
Good play.
Soul Priest.
He's got quite a bit of mana too to play, like even something
Yeah.
behind it. Yeah.
You can choose to heal yourself because you feel like your opponent might be rushing for damage at a certain point, and
That's
then
good.
yeah, you don't want to miss out on it. The 2 damage to him means a lot less to you.
It's such a huge play for Trump, you know, and gonna be able to restack this board. And now
Wow.
that I already used one of his buzzards, you know, he doesn't have ability to draw. Unless he draws another buzzard and is able to chain some with this animal companion. This could be,
Nope.
oh, he needs a huffer. He really needs a huffer. Nope, didn't
Nope.
get it.
All right.
Okay,
well,
let's see what Trump can do here.
can mind control. Take away his opponent's ability to do anything.
Well, he can
He also
double
can
buff
heal.
this. He double buffs this. Double buff the Undertaker, hero power the scientist.
You kill the scientist last, so that way it doesn't affect too much of your damage on this turn.
Yeah. I mean, you can.
I'm okay with that. 2
yeah,
death
it's
rattles.
pretty good. Sylvanas too. You can actually get Sylvanas down too if you want.
I think Trump is all he's counting is making sure that he has a way to 2-turn kill. So like do damage this turn, kill next turn. I'm okay with
Okay.
mind control as well.
Yeah, I can see that too. That's kind of your original play there. So he's going to get 7.
Oh, goody.
So down to 11. Okay, so yeah. Definitely setting up lethal here.
Oh, he's really taking his time.
Thank you.
I say you do
I
the
think you do
damage
the zombie.
first.
Yeah.
I say you do the damage to the face first before you do all this. But I guess he cares about popping the trap beforehand, in case it was explosive. And then
Yeah,
RDU's
okay.
just gonna end it because he knows he can't. Cards need to be in tandem. Buzzard needs to go with Unleash, not by himself.
All right, so the buzzard or the hunter's knocked out now, and RDU is gonna have to choose from Rogue, Paladin, and Shaman. Trump taking it with that in today's Deck Wars Season 2 final. I'm Champion V and Frodan here, casting these great games for you.
Shall bring victory.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying it, having a nice night, or what, morning if you're in Asia, early morning if you're in Europe.
Yeah, or afternoon if you're
Oh.
in the United States.
Oh yeah, in California if you're having a nice dinner.
Yep.
Dinner and Deck Wars. I like that, man.
Sounds like the best night possible. All right, Trump has a pretty decent start. Zombie Chow is okay early on. I mean, sometimes you feel like you want to save it in the mid to late stages if you draw it like later into the game for burst, but early game, that's kind of what you want. You just want to have a curve.
All right, it's got poison too. You can get rid of that zombie chow on turn 3. That'd be nice. Okay, here we go. We're gonna have plenty of healing actually. Can
Yep.
you draw too? He can actually draw too. That's gonna be nice.
Next turn, he can coin out the Northshire Cleric with the Injured Blade Master, and then Circle of Healing to draw a card. And then put a very strong minion where Rogue will feel like, I have to kind of sap it, or have the exact cards to deal with it, like Eviscerate with Backstab or something equivalent to that.
Yeah, 4/7 is gonna be very difficult to deal with here. Not to mention just having 3 minions period on the board. Looking good for Trump so early in this game. But RDU just needs to figure out a way to deal with a few of these. Something like a Blade Flare would be great for him.
Yeah, but he's just gonna have to settle with Backstab, or sorry, not Backstab, Deadly Poison into SI7. But SI7 doesn't even guarantee anything, so maybe Van Cleef might be slightly better. But then Van Cleef just dies to the Injured Blade.
Yeah, Van Cleef is only going to be a 4/4. That's not going to even be that great either.
Yeah, I was surprised he went so quickly for the Zombie Chow instead of killing off the cleric, because the biggest problem with the Van Cleef isn't necessarily the fact that Injured Blade Master picks up value, it's that he picks up value and he draws.
True.
Uh-oh. I think RDU rushed a little bit quick on his attack here. I mean, Zombie Chat will give you 5 health. It's an extra damage.
Yeah. I mean, it usually pays. It usually negates its damage a lot of times, right? So you could actually just leave it on the board, maybe an extra turn here, and would have been okay. Now this is going to actually give him something to do actually on turn 2, which is going to be really nice for Trump because he really didn't have a great turn planned out there or available to him. Just replace that zombie chow.
Right away.
Almost like nothing happened. Except for, I guess, a little bit of damage on the Injured Blade Master. Okay, yeah, that's a good draw.
Very good draw.
Ooh.
Even better draw.
Yeah, definitely. He's got 1 prep, too, so he just needs to round out this deck. Draw into some spells here.
Now do you
Blade
kill the
Flare.
cleric?
God, Blade Flare would be so good, though.
I wonder.
Wow. That's a tough decision.
Sometimes you gotta make hard decisions. What do you think, Chan Man?
Go.
God, that really sucks if you draw him into Blade Flare next, but that giving him another card's bad. You just got to do it. I think you just got to get rid of it. Because, you know, not only is he keeping that minion on the board every single turn, the Injured Blade Master, he's actually drawing from it too. So that's just going to cycle out of control if it hasn't already.
Here we go.
I think you just do it. There's no guarantee you're going to get Blade Flare too, so...
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
I don't think it has gotten out of control yet, but it certainly hurt the 2 draws it got to make sure that his hand is still very relevant. Okay. So the second Circle of Healing is a lot of information for RDU because now he's not afraid of Circle of Healing and like a concealed Gadget Sand. Not that you had to before, you just have to always play as if that doesn't exist, but it's just information that's now available to him.
Okay, well, he's got a prep, he's got a backstab now, so he can essentially draw 2 cards, but that's not a lot. And if he can double SI also, and just remove
This guy's toast.
the Belcher, the first body of the Belcher.
The question is if you want to put out 2 or you want to start getting mileage off your hero power. And I think you want to start answering the board with minions and then give yourself an ability to draw with spells. So I can agree with RDU's play here. But now Shadow Madness wrecks his board.
Oh, another Belcher too. Yeah, Shadow Madness is going to wreck his board, and having another Belcher in case of the comp. Yeah, this is really bad.
I thought
for
Miracle
you.
was good against Priest.
It is when I'm playing Priest.
It's because of the start. You know, the Priest was able to get exactly what it wanted. All right, RDU's got some stuff to do. Sap kind of works.
Okay, here we go.
Sap the Injured Blade Master.
All right.
Another preparation. Okay, the Miracle is alive.
Oh
wow.
my gosh.
This is
crazy.
starting to shape up a lot.
Yep. Trump just getting more and more uncomfortable in his seat as he's watching this.
All his hard work is being foiled right here.
Oh, wow, another shift too, but he's got to use the sap.
Yep.
Oh, there's Leroy. Oh, wow. And Cold Blood.
Okay, so Gadgetzan did his job, and you know what the worst part is? Trump actually can't kill Gadgetzan right now.
Oh, he's in trouble. Wow,
Uh-oh.
the game just turns around just like that. Wow. And he's in big trouble. RDU representing a ton of damage in his hand.
Damn. That's about as good as it gets for what happened. So, I guess Trump just has to kind of live with the consequences that he doesn't have any ability to answer this whatsoever. Unless I'm missing something.
He can't even kill the Gadgetzan. He can't even kill the Gadgetzan. This is going to be really bad for him.
Well, he did use Sap. I think you gotta play Belcher. Then you gotta play Undertaker
Yeah,
and Belcher,
Undertaker,
and then
Belcher.
go back to it. Oh, all right.
Change your mind.
No Belcher. I guess he's. I mean, he won't die this turn, so I think it's a smart move that not to play the Belcher until the turn you believe your opponent has lethal, but Eviscerate too. Wow, this whole board's gonna be cleared.
Yep.
Yeah, this whole board's gone.
Wow. And this is bad news, because this Zombie Chow is actually going to get healed. RDU is still fishing for sap of some kind.
Yeah.
But now he can go for some draws. I'm kind of surprised that RDU didn't kill off this Cabal Shadow Priest. That was a very greedy play.
I am too, because now...
He really hoped he hit sap. Huh. Alright, well, he went for the optimistic route, and he's going to lose Guided Sand, but the good news is that he's drawn pretty much the rest of the deck that he needs. He's got Cold Blood with his double Shadow Step Leroy, so that's 22 damage. And most likely Trump will have to play something. Oh, Cabal Shadow Priest again.
Well, he's down 22. He's going to die here if he...
Change your
Oh no, that's game over.
Oh, yeah, he's
Already
gonna
has
die
22
here. He
damage
doesn't
from the
heal
hand.
himself. Yeah. I think he's just taking maybe a...
Wait, no, RDU.
Oh, wait.
RDU.
RDU.
Count.
RDU.
There you go. Oh, wow, that was so close.
Oh my gosh. That was very close.
Very close to missing lethal. He almost dropped that. It only took an ounce of effort to just let go of the mouse.
RDU takes a 2-1 lead against Trump here, and that was classic Miracle Rogue right there. Just turns it around on the gadgets and drops everything sequentially what he needed there. Just to really get back in this game and just turn it around. So we'll see how Trump responds to the Miracle Rogue. So game number 4 between Trump and RDU. It's a best of 7, trying to decide the last finalist spot in Deck Wars Season 2 finals here.
watch.
And alright, let's see what Trump gets here. He gets a Twilight Drake, it's gonna be good. It's an Earthen Ring too, just potentially wanting to throw something down the board to maybe contest some of the Rogue's early minions. Ooh, okay. Doesn't get the Owl though, not quite like the last time we saw him play this deck.
That's fine. You don't need to be that aggressive against Miracle. I mean, it's nice to be aggressive if you see the opening, but you're not going to coin the Watcher and then silence it on turn 2. There's no need to do that. Not to mention that he might completely mess you up with the sap, and then you have nothing to do. So he's got Twilight Drake. Just make it a 4-8, 4-9, and you'll be good to go.
Mm-hmm. Plaza case, you just force the Rogue to burn his backstabs and eviscerates and things. And now he's curving. Well, he's drawing into all the giants and everything now too.
So one of my favorite questions to ask whenever I cast someone is, do you like doing Mountain Giant or Twilight Drake? And I'm gonna ask you, Chanman, do you like Mountain Giant or Twilight Drake against Miracle?
Against Miracle? I like the Twilight Drake. I mean, do you mean if you have both of them, and which one to play first, or you mean just...
Yeah, in this exact scenario.
I like to play the Twilight Drake. I know some people like to get the Mountain Giant just so you threaten the damage right off the bat, but I like for the Miracle to have to burn whatever he does into my lower damage minion.
Well, that one extra health.
Yeah,
might
one
make
extra health
the
too.
difference.
Mm-hmm.
That's
How about you?
My
What do you like?
preference. Yeah. The only thing is that there is going to be this Thalnos. The Thalnos is the problem.
Oh, he's not going to
You
Soulfire
can't
here?
Soulfire because you want to Mountain Giant next turn, and then Mountain Giant you can Soulfire after that.
I see. Okay.
Should
Yeah, pretty risky. It's pretty...
Wow, he's got enough just to remove this with Thalnos and trade. This is very good for RDU. And he picked up Gadget Sand. Oh man.
Man, yeah.
Miracle hanging in there. Oh, this has got to be disappointing for Trump. But he's got another thing coming. But then his opponent has Preparation Sap. All right,
He
life
does.
tap.
Yeah, he has another
Time.
Soulfire too. As long as Conceal doesn't actually come out here, he doesn't lose the other Soulfire.
Card coin.
Oh, wow! I thought it
nice.
was the other Soulfire. Oh,
Ah,
that would have been
it was
bad.
close.
Yeah.
Coin was definitely the best card here because he has Ancient Watcher, Shadow Flame. He's got Power Overwhelming with Faceless, so that's important to keep. And he's got his Taunters. So like, there's actually nothing whatsoever he wanted to discard.
Okay. Well, he does lose. I mean, he does get it sapped, but you know what? There's just one card drawn there. Not a big deal, actually.
Yeah, he drew 2 cards, which isn't like the end of the
2.
world.
2, sure.
Okay. Now the question comes back again: Twilight Drake or Mountain Giant? And this time, I think the circumstances have dramatically changed.
It's Mountain Giant this time for me.
So many possibilities.
Yeah, I think Mountain Giant is much stronger because, one, you have Faceless in your hand, so if you Soulfire this and it's proven that your opponent can't deal with it, then you Faceless this Giant and you push. And the second is that Twilight Drake reduces the... Like, the Mountain Giant only gets more expensive as you Soulfire, versus the Twilight Drake still costs 4.
Oh, that's a good point. But also, it's just the damage, just the potential damage you're giving up by playing, Twilight Drake, and it's already, turn 6 at this point. So you're on a timer against this Miracle Rogue too. So losing out on 4 damage every single turn potentially is definitely not good.
No, I mean, there's pros and cons to each, but if you start having more reasons for one line of play than another, then that's often considered the better play. So
Yeah.
just kind of listing out reasons why, other than just like, oh, more damage, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay,
So I
does
think
Trump
it's
go
time
for a faceless play?
Well, you have to remove this Drake.
Yeah,
So
but you faceless before it.
Yeah. You could heal it too, but yeah.
But then you lose. Oh, well, I guess he's gonna go for Farce here then, and Defender Guard. Oh, I forgot the Twilight Drake.
Yeah.
This is okay too.
He still
Okay, because it
can't
puts out
be-
similar power on the board.
I
you
don't know. I think I like the faceless better.
I
could've
mean, you lose
taunted.
1 damage. I guess you could have put Farce. You could have put out something else, but I think, yeah, I like the faceless slightly.
Yeah. He could have taunted 2 giants here. Now he's gonna. If he taunts giants, it's gonna be damage giants. They're.
RDU has 2 Shadow Steps. He
Oh,
actually.
he's really close. He's very
He's
close.
very close to killing his opponent.
Oh, and this is why the. Oh no, he still wouldn't have lethal here unless he drew. See, that's the thing. Like, if he would have faceless the giant here, he'd have 16 represented on the board, and he could have drawn into Leroy with a power next turn to potentially kill him. But looks like okay. I thought RDU might actually hit face there.
Well, no, he just needs to survive because he has 18 damage with these 3 cards plus the hero power, and he just used Farce here. Ragnaros is not lethal.
Got a taunt
Got
this turn
11,
now.
15. Yeah, he's got a taunt.
You have to
because
taunt this turn. It's just he's got the weapon already equipped, and then this is any of these turns could be Leroy Shadow Step, and you just don't want to lose that way, especially when you've got the board like this. Just shouldn't take risks, and you can actually faceless a taunt next turn also.
Right.
Yeah.
One more case for playing faceless over Twilight Drake, because now this turn you could have Twilight Drake and taunted.
Yep.
All right, RDU is in trouble. He needs sap. Nope.
At the very
can't do
least,
it.
sap. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He was
Well,
set up. He was set up to sneak a win out there. if Trump just would have missed that turn, but Trump was preparing
It's
for that.
too hard. There's just too many threats from Handlock, and that was just one Mountain Giant, 1 Twilight Drake. RDU's bringing is kind of cool, although You know, whenever I played Shaman without Doomhammer, I always miss it. Like, I'm always like, God, why didn't I just put Doomhammer in? Like, I always regret not playing Doomhammer. And of
Yeah.
course, this is only ladder. I know in tournaments, Harrison Jones is a very big problem that often causes you to just lose. It's just a liability. So I can identify and sympathize, but I just feel like without Doomhammer, you just take away one of the best ways to win as Shaman.
Yeah, I agree too. And the Doomhammer is just so great against certain, just some of the classes that is just perfect for removing those annoying minions. And things like maybe like the Druid, the aggressive Druid can have those oozes and those creepers. Really nice for really helping the Shaman just establish the board or just keeping the board, putting him in a winning condition. Not to mention just the pure damage that you can put on your opponent's hero. It's pretty nice. Okay, here we go. Trump's actually starting off with the Drake and a Mountain Giant. The Drake in this matchup is definitely one you're really wary of. Either you try to get it out early and just see if your opponent has that Earth Shock or not, or you actually just save it for things like Shadow Flame and just get the value that way. As long as you can clear the board and get value outside of just being removed by a 1-mana card from your opponent.
Ooh, the fatigue is really starting to settle into RDU, you can tell.
Yeah.
Having trouble keeping his eyes open. I hope he doesn't fall asleep on stream. That would
Pretty
be
late over
really
there, man.
bad.
He's
He
in
got
Romania.
roped. Alright, well, Trump does have something to do. Mountain Giant, of course, is one of choice. Force your opponent to use the Hex. It's more expensive rather than Earthshock and Totem. Ooh,
Oh,
double Hex.
wow. Okay, that's good. Alright, all of a sudden RDU sitting in good shape now. He's got an answer to any Giants. He's not going to want to use a Hex on Twilight Drake. But Trump's still very wary. Just a lot of times, because of the threat of Earthshock, you don't play Twilight Drake until like crazy late game.
Alright, well, RDU has Sludge Belcher, a kind of a newish card that's introduced more into Shaman. Whenever I see Sludge Belchers, though, on ladder, I'm always convinced it's the Sea Giant bot Shaman. They play Sludge Belchers, and it always annoys the hell out of me.
Oh man, Sea Giants are awesome, man.
No, they're not. They're really not.
Okay. He decides to take that risk, just throw down the Twilight Drake and hope. See if he's crossing his fingers here, hoping that there's no Earthshock. It's not a bad time to try, actually. Ooh, Lightning Storm.
Alright, Lightning Storm actually is not as useful as you'd think, but there is room for value in it. Oh,
Wow,
Flame
great.
Totem is a big draw.
Yeah,
Wow.
I can just remove that Belcher completely.
And keeping the Death Rattles is important, so that way you have resilient against AoE.
Oh, wow. An Owl was a great draw, too.
Yeah, Owl's good. You can go for Hellfire of some kind.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Owl, the Sludge Belcher, attack Harvest Golem, Hellfire, and Soulfire the 4/4. Seems pretty logical. Oh, sorry, the Azure Drake's still alive. So then,
Yeah.
after
think
that, you Mortal Coil.
I think you might Soulfire it. Yeah, that guy. Let me see. Can you do it for cheaper? Let's see. I don't think he's going for a full board. He's got a Mortal Coil for the Drake, and he might not go for a full board clear.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Fine. And you keep
Same.
Soulfire.
Yeah, save the
That's fine.
Soulfire. That was great, though. That was definitely a great turn for him. Okay, here we go. Sludge Belcher. He's got a Fire Elemental, too, just for his next turn. Trump's going
I
to have to
prefer
get...
to always disarm Shaman as much as I can.
Yeah,
Just
keeping the
'cause-
board like
what you can do.
empty is like the best thing, right? Because they can repopulate it so fast. It's true.
Well, now this damage golem, if it does a little bit extra damage, it's the difference maker when it comes down to like the giants that come down and then Shaman trying to get that extra last burst in. But for the most part, it's kind of inconsequential. So, yeah, Trump has a pretty strong board here. And it's very clear that your opponent doesn't have Earthshock yet.
It's definitely nice for Trump that he's getting a lot of value from that Twilight Drake. That's bonus, in a way, in this matchup. You kind of assume that Earthshock's going to be killing those Twilight Drakes. So he's getting some legs out of this one.
Spell Power Totem. Give RDU that +1 damage.
Ooh, could be.
Then have the Lightning Storm rain down.
Yeah, he still has the Full Spirit too if he wants, so.
I guess he's going to Fire Elemental then instead.
That's a good play too. Does have it traded fairly easily here, but. And again, the Twilight Drake trading with, I mean, how many minions is taken? It's with the Earthen Ring Farseer heal, it's taken out 3 minions, I believe. And a Fire Elemental part as one of them too, so really great value.
Oh yeah, definitely. And now Trump can continue to heal it back up to a reasonable level so it doesn't die. Farseer has been pretty good for that.
Yeah. Saving the Siphon Soul too.
Now it's like, in a way, Earthshock, if it comes on the Twilight Drake, you've already gotten so many cards out of this thing that it really doesn't matter. You've got other threats now too.
Oh wow. Do you 8 mana Lightning Storm here? No? Okay. Looks like he's gonna go for Argus here. Argus doesn't quite... Oh, actually it does remove the Twilight Drake if you... Yeah, throw the Golem in. Yep, like you said, that Golem, man. Playing
Well,
a
it
role.
did 2 damage and it removed the Drake. So... But Trump kept Soulfire, so maybe one of these other cards like Leroy would be gone. You never know. Trump picks up Molten Giant, which is pretty good. He can establish the board and also just play a giant.
It's
Seems
a pretty good
reasonable.
turn. Yeah, it's a pretty good turn to take a chance on the Hex too, because you've already got control of the board right now, and you don't have that good of a play outside of that, honestly.
Well, you could tap and
does-
see and evaluate.
Yeah,
But
you
now
can tap.
you're also mindful of the incoming possibilities that your opponent might have burst with Doomhammer or Alakir.
Bloodlust. No, actually, he probably knows his deck quite well at this point, right? So
Right. That might also be the case.
Yeah.
Either way, Sun Fury Protector, I feel like, is coming out. Just
Yeah, he
in
doesn't
the
have
off
Doomhammer.
chance.
Doesn't have Doomhammer in his deck, so he just has to really worry about Alakir.
All right.
Another Mountain Giant. This is good for him.
Did he not attack with Lotheb? Uh-oh.
What?
He didn't attack with Lotheb. He's playing
No?
around RDU's Molten Giants.
Did he really? I didn't. No, I didn't see that.
He
I was looking at
attacked
his deck
with,
there. Wow. Okay.
That's unfortunate.
Not good. Yeah, 5 damage is huge in this matchup.
Well, that's the difference between maybe the Leroy combo killing him or not.
Oh,
Wow,
wow.
that's definitely not Trump's finest moment, but
No,
whatever.
definitely
kind of
not.
just move past it.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, he's still not in bad shape.
No,
he could use
Shaman's
a shadow
board is
Flame,
completely dissected here.
but he's getting pretty low here. He's going to throw up a taunt and then throw up the giant. The taunts to protect the giant here.
Get it
Get
safely
it inside
within the walls.
Got it inside the taunt walls. That's cool. That's
Now the
cool.
Sun Fury Protector
Oh,
and the
no.
Mountain Giant
Wow.
are finally alone together.
Well, he's going to get great value from the Flame Tongue Totem, though.
Yeah, and then Feral Spirits.
Okay, there goes the taunt
Wow,
wall.
look at that.
Double Feral Spirit. Trump really in dire need of a Shadow Flame here. Or even a Hellfire.
doesn't
Hellfire
have
would be fine.
Mountain Giant's not it. Do you
Okay.
tap for it? Do you just Siphon
Oh.
Soul? Do you just Soulfire or Siphon Soul in combination? Take out a bunch of these creatures? Shaman's
I
out of
think
cards.
You I think you put the giant down, you taunt it up, and then you soul fire that flame tongue. So that best case, it crashes all those totems into one giant.
All right, then you
You
have
just
room to
gotta-
tap.
Yeah, you have room to tap too. Okay, Shield Master can be good later. I don't think you take a chance. I think you take the safe play right here.
Well,
He's out of
yeah.
hexes. He's out of hexes. He's out of lightning storms too.
He's only used one lightning storm. Oh, well, I guess you're saying that he knows that he's only one.
He knows he's out. Yeah, and oh gosh, it would be crazy if RDU drew another fight down.
It would be, but it's kind of low.
It's off now that he's removed at least part of one of the feral spirits now.
Oh,
So it,
that's definitely not it. Probably have to suicide into a giant.
yeah, we can take this one out still. So, all right, we'll have to see. Oh wow, Ragnaros. We'll have to see what RDU draws into in this next turn. This is pretty much it. I think this
I
is
don't
going to
know
be.
what he can draw here, Chan Man, because I think Trump just won with this Ragnaros draw. Tapping is a little superfluous here,
I got this.
but whatever. It's all good. Just have fun and let the good times roll. Ragnaros, doesn't matter what it hits. Hits the face. He's got Leroy power overwhelming.
Yeah, he does. He's
RDU
got,
doesn't look like he can do anything from here.
oh, draws a gnomish. See what else. Nope. Harvest Golem's not going to do much good here, and Trump, man, gets out of this match. It goes up 3-2. One
Wow.
game from reaching the finals, and that matchup typically isn't good for Handlock, so he escapes with that one.
It's not that good, but that's twice, I believe, Trump has beaten Shaman with Handlock.
Yeah.
So he's being able to weather the storm, so to speak, and it's a tougher matchup for Handlock, but not unwinnable. And I think the final boss will be the Paladin, which also
Yeah.
is a deck that's decent against Handlock. And that means if Trump can get past this one, then he's defeated pretty much his worst matchups. He just has to take on Hunter with Handlock. And what's the craziest thing about it is that despite the fact that he has this deck in his rotation, Hunter is still like a playable class. He hasn't banned it.
Yeah,
He's banning
That's
his
true.
opponent's Warlock class.
it's true. That's definitely true. Well, okay, RDU's last hopes right on this Paladin, and kind of interesting. He's got a Kel'Thuzad in this Paladin, so we'll see if it actually plays a factor. But game starting, game 6, guys. See if RDU can stay in this tournament. Here we go.
Uther versus Gul'dan. Your soul.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
Kel'Thuzad. You know, I haven't seen too many Kel'Thuzads recently in some of the top decks. I feel like Kel'Thuzad is like a win more type of card. I don't know what you think of it.
yeah, that's actually what we were talking about yesterday, I
Yeah,
believe,
exactly.
about Kel'Thuzad. I think,
Well met.
yeah, I think Kel'Thuzad is like a card that people kind of understand how to play for the most part, and it's more of like a seal the deal, like Lotheb. But the difference between him and Lotheb is that sometimes Lotheb can make comebacks, and I don't feel like Kel'Thuzad can. He's just a 6'8" giant at some point, which conveniently
Yep.
makes it pretty decent against BGH.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, but like you said, a lot of times it almost requires you to have some type of lead, you know, or at least some type of board before you know, after your
Yeah,
opponent's turn
I
too,
think
to actually
board
have
is
some
more
value.
accurate. Like, you don't necessarily need a lead. If you're even and Kel'Thuzad comes down, you're way far ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh,
BGH.
goodness. Ooh, BGH. That's going to be huge. And this Paladin deck seems very equipped to beating Handlock. It's got the
Yes.
BGH. It's got all the Aldors and the one Humility, just like just most all the Paladins have right now, plus the 2 quality. So enough answers for every one of the big minions.
This game's been played really quick so far, but the turns have kind of made sense. Trump hasn't thrown off the game plan whatsoever by being aggressive, as he did have Mountain Giant. And now he'll most likely be playing a Sludge Belcher, although he did draw his Twilight Drake just now. Count your cards. Make sure you don't overdraw.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, Aldor's gonna be real good here. Oh, man.
Wow. You can't do both, though.
No, he can't. But just Aldoring the Drake is enough, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
Can't let him get any value from that thing.
Let me
Is there an alternative play? Now, the one thing that's nice about another Peacekeeper on a Twilight Drake is that if your opponent silences it, it actually just weakens it too. Versus if you Aldor a Giant, they can silence it and it goes back to an 8/8. So I wouldn't be opposed to Peacekeeper. You still have equality and Consecration.
You know, what's nice about the Aldor, too, is it actually sets up a pretty good Kel'Thuzad turn for you next turn. Because he'll likely place, you know what I mean? He'll likely play something that you can crash in all these units.
Okay. Attacking the Drake is reasonable. Not really particularly important. I think the most important thing is that he's not attacking into his opponent's health to give him 4 mana cost Molten Giants.
Right. See, like, if he throws in a Belcher here, he can literally throw those 2/3 attack units into it. He can throw the whole board into it, actually, and then get it all back.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, by any means. Of course, a small board like this really doesn't mean much to a handlock because of cards like Shadow Flame. So it's cool if you drop Kel'Thuzad, but you actually don't even get rid of the Sludge Belcher completely. And then you still can just get Shadow Flamed. So the mission hasn't really done much.
You can Kodo here, too. But I feel like he's already gotten damage from that. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that was the play there. But now you
what if there was an opportunity to... What if there's an opportunity to Faceless and then remove Kel'Thuzad and then your Twilight Drake... Oh, it comes back as a 4/1. That's way worse than I thought it would be.
Oh, that is way worse.
I was thinking of a creative play, but I don't think there's anything there.
Actually, Faceless and Kel'Thuzad isn't terrible, though. Can you remove him? Let's see. You've got 8 mana. No, you got to do 2 damage to it. Oh, you can't really. Wow. Okay, so Shadow Flame doesn't quite do it for him. He's gonna have to siphon this, and then not do much after that. That's gonna be pretty rough. I guess he could taunt the Ancient Watcher. And it's almost like Shadow Flame.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I guess because RDU he assumed his opponent didn't have the exact removal necessary to clear everything with like Soulfire and Shadow Flame, then it actually works out okay. But for the most part, Trump's still not really threatened whatsoever until RDU starts becoming a little more serious with like some of his other threats.
All right, gets rid of Kel'Thuzad, but you know what? Kel'Thuzad got value.
Yeah, it was like a super scenario. Just summon like 2 3/3s and a 1/1.
Yeah, and I think that's where we'll see it a lot more. It's more of this kind of, you know, more subtle type of value, more so than the crazy dream value that everybody tries to get with Kel'Thuzad.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe people are looking too hard to find it as an opportunity to win versus you just need it to get ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, it's a valid point for sure.
Ooh, more coil would be nice right now.
You still can clear if you play a giant, but I think he doesn't want to. I think he just wants to do his best to put something on the board and then pave the way for double Molten next turn. Double Molten, you tap double Molten and taunt it up.
I don't know if you double one. It's so... You know that the equality is sitting in the end, right? So you usually just want to go one at a time.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, there's something Faceless now.
Oh yeah, Ironbeak Owl would be great as well.
Yeah. Faceless or... Well, the good news for Trump, I guess semi-good news, is if he's RDU's gonna equality, or at least he's gonna combo. Oh, actually, no, he has a consecrate there too, so that's definitely gonna be bad for any scenario. The quality is gonna be bad for Trump there.
There's such a strong tipping point of like, you don't want to load up the board. You bring up the good point of like equality, always being able to keep the hand lock in check. What are you tapping for? An Iron Beak Owl. That's what you're tapping for.
Yeah, I think tapping for an Iron Beak Owl, even Soulfire help. Not really. I think facelessing the Tyrion's really important here. And because the main reason is that if he does decide to equality, unfortunately he's gonna have to invest something else into it too. He loses the other one.
That stinks.
If he does, I was gonna say if he doesn't invest equality into this, then at least you get something in return, which is the Ashbringer, right? And that's nice to get out of the faceless versus just losing your giants completely. Here we go.
All right, he's going for a consecration play.
Yep.
Wow.
It's really bad for Trump.
Yep. Seeing he lost both Molten Giants,
Yeah.
he's okay with it. Plus, he still has Pyro equality, so it still has a full reset. And Trump can't even use the weapon on this thing.
I think he has to Rag and Sun Fury it.
There might be an alternative if you tap, but this is starting to look dire.
Or
Just
you
put up
can
a bunch
throw
of
up
taunts.
2 taunts. I mean, that doesn't really help.
Oh, it's fine. Tyrion still has to suicide. But then he has the opportunity to clear like multiple minions.
My shield for Argon.
Alright.
Yeah.
If Trump finds a way to, or RDU finds a way to get through all this.
He's got its faceless too. Okay.
Don't test me, child.
Well, I think he's under no pressure whatsoever, so you can start building back and earn a little bit back of your health through like Guardian of Kings.
Guardian Kings, or you just
Loatheb
throw up
makes sense.
Sinjin and Loatheb. Yeah, so Loatheb and Sinjin. That's a good play. Twilight Drake. Alright, definitely have to swing at that. Now it's just a question of whether you want to play Rag and Taunt 2 or I guess
I think it is.
Sinjin Drake. I mean,
Ragnaros.
it's gonna be
I think
better.
you can also justify playing Twilight Drake and taunt it up because it's not going to get any stronger. But this is also a play to make sure you're okay now. And Trump needs to taunt both of these as best as he can. And this needs to hit Loatheb.
Does it hit? No, it doesn't.
That's really bad. And now the quality Pyromancer allows him to win the game.
Yep, it's actually over. I think it was over. It was over either way. Actually, he hits Loatheb or not, right? So.
Yes.
RDU takes the game and he ties the series, and this is going to Game 7. It's been all about Game 7s today, Rodan. This is this is exciting. We'll see if absolutely. All right, guys, this is it. Game number 7. RDU Trump winner moves on to the grand finals and faces Kayuki for the title of being the champion of Deck War Season 2 finals, or just Deck War Season 2. All right, here we go. See how the starts are. This is going to be key for the Druid deck. Got to get off to a really good start against this Paladin deck. Paladin has some time. Draw into lots of the good cards.
Yeah, taunts are the most important thing against the trades, but I think you need a faster start than Sludge Belcher. Like
Yeah,
Paladin,
Belcher-
if you run Zombie Chow, that's pretty much the only card you care about early on, and maybe like some way to answer big threats if it's a specific matchup, or like True Silver Champion. Other than that, you can't really complain because most of the time you're not playing your cards anyways for a while. You're just hero powering. But he's gonna take the aggressive stance. All right.
Yeah, he's got a nice. Actually, he's got a nice 2, 3, 4 turn here. Ooh, Trump's got.
Wow. No,
He can innovate
Trump
up.
has a nice 2, 3, 4
Yeah.
turn here. He's got. Oh, I thought he was gonna go ooze into.
I thought he was gonna go
Karen
ooze
into
too.
Defender. But no, it makes total sense because the Pyromancer is there. So RDU was challenging already any 2 or 3 drop.
Reporting
But
for duty.
turn 3 Karen, man. Not too shabby. Is he gonna
Yeah,
do
I
it?
like turn. I
Yeah,
like
it's
turn
pretty hard
3
to pass
Karen
up.
a lot more than turn 3 Echoing Ooze and Defender. Of course, Truce over Champion is always something in the back of your mind.
Yeah, or just Aldor. Actually, Aldor is a pretty is a temporary answer to it also.
Follow the rule.
And that's what he's got.
The battle.
All right. Well, at least the good news is Trump still has a way to make this relevant. He can buff it to a 2/5. Still
That's
pretty
nice.
strong. Well, you can also clear
nice.
board.
Yeah. And do you commit to the board? Do you really just do you populate the board and just really play into equality? Just hope your opponent doesn't have it, and you gotta sneak in as much damage as you can early on in this game because once the paladin gets to those belchers and the sunwalkers, and it's going to be difficult to get any kind of damage. Not to mention all the heals it has.
That belongs in a museum.
RDU has no other play, really. I mean, the Senjin's okay, but it doesn't even challenge the Karen that's currently up. So Harrison makes the most sense. Back over to Trump.
another
He's got
Belcher.
some interesting plays at his hand.
Thank you, Argus, actually, the Karen. And, yeah, the ooze like that.
It's like
Thinking
the same
about it.
thing. If you either way, you're trade. It's like, do you want to Argus or do you want to keep Argus? Or do you want to keep Keeper of the Grove? They accomplish the same. You're trading minions, and you're putting like a 2 attack minion on the field.
Yeah,
I think
Keeper's
keeping
good.
the Keeper of the Grove is much more versatile.
Yeah, there's stuff like Kyrian. Definitely Keeper's
have
going to
no
be
time for
great.
games.
And Sylvanas. So
Yeah.
this would be perfect.
Sylvanas is probably the ideal target along with Tyrion. So Trump is able to answer immediately.
He's going to be able to sneak in some damage on this turn at least and still remove... Oh, he's not going to... Okay, he's just going to go face. Okay, I can see definitely with this deck. It's the right thing to do.
Oh,
only
RDU
have a
has
limited
equality.
display.
Wow,
Oh,
so he can
boy.
remove the full board. That's a big draw. To wipe a 6 minion board away from Druid, that's
Yep.
massive. Like, look at Trump's hand. He's dedicated so much to building this board, and he was banking off the fact that his opponent couldn't deal with it. And now RDU does deal with it. Although, he does give up his Pyromancer. Could have Holy Lighted, but I think he just wants the hero power. Save Holy Light for maybe some bait.
Okay, well, Trump can reload this board really quickly this turn. Well, actually, he's going to wait till next turn, I guess. Just hero power, remove it. More value play here.
I mean, whether or not you Defender of Argus now versus later almost has the same exact effect.
Well, I mean, you can taunt 3 here, like next turn if you do it.
You could. Do you wait? All
Yeah.
right. It's
You
virtually.
play
the same.
Kel'Thuzad here? No. Okay. Get down the... I feel like Kel'Thuzad would have been a safe play there if he wanted to. Then he could have protected with Sinjin.
Well, he went for the value play, but now he's kind of behind on board because the Echoing Oozes. Well, I guess they couldn't do anything anyways. So this is a pretty tough spot for Trump. Because now the Kel'Thuzad is actually devastating.
Yeah, actually, I think this is... It's not quite over because actually Trump can remove it with the Force of Nature. But not removing the Sinjin is... That's...
Are you sure he can with the taunt that's going to be
Oh,
there?
he can't.
Oh, well met indeed.
Oh, it's
I like it,
I think this is
RDU.
over. Yeah, I think RDU is gonna be. RDU is gonna win this, I believe.
Are
It's
you
gonna be
sure
hard.
he can remove it? I don't know if
Yeah,
he can get through.
I don't think he can get through this.
Oh no, Trump got innervate. That's the worst draw possible.
1, 2.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
can't remove
man.
Kel'Thuzad. And I think this is
RD,
over.
RDU's about to take a nap and just say, "Wake me up," when this is over. Like Trump can't do anything else.
Yeah,
He has to go for this specifically right here.
yeah, he can remove
Ryan.
Kel'Thuzad, but
Yeah.
he's got to hope for at least low dubs. I mean,
He's
I'm
got
not low
nothing
dubs. Sorry,
else. And then-
Ancient of Lore, Ancient of Lores. He's got to get back-to-back Ancient Lores here.
He couldn't even clear the board. Like he spent everything to remove Kel'Thuzad, but now RDU just has lay on hands.
Oh,
This
man.
is pretty awesome for like the
This is-
paladin player. Like this is the ideal situation. Your opponent's just left top decking. It's not over. Like Trump still can get Ancient of
Crazy.
Lore.
I got the beast in
All right,
Okay.
all good. Same difference.
Ancient of Lore, he needs it.
reporting for duty.
No.
That's
All
gonna
right.
get it. All right, 12
So
damage.
Trump's
Gonna-
left top decking, but RDU is going to be able to continue to put on a lot of pressure while being able to heal. Which is kind of funny.
Trump top deck.
Oh wow! If there's any way to
Tyrion.
decisively say
Oh,
checkmate,
man. That's the way right there. I think that's gonna be it.
well, you know what? Trump ends another tournament in third and fourth place.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Is there anything?
Well,
he
you know
can
what?
get?
Maybe he gets keeper.
Yeah. He still can't prevent dying though.
All
All right.
Another
Well.
heartbreaking loss for Trump fans because every single time that he makes a run, it seems like he stops right here in third and fourth
He
place.
does,
Like,
that's true.
He
He's
keeps
so
getting this bronze
close.
medal.
And not to mention, he always gets to like game 7. He always gets really, really close. So too bad for Trump, but you know, really good run still. Great run through the tournament, and we've got our finalists. RDU.